Welcome back to Hit Points Gaming. We are in our third episode of Middara because, as always with our viewers, they are hitting that thumbs up. I think right now we have, 68 thumbs up at the moment, which triggers our new episode. So this will be coming out on Middara Monday. Mm-hmm. Okay, so if you're one of the viewers that are still watching and with us, keep doing that and we will keep putting out these episodes. So, there's a few things that I want to go over because, of course, everyone's pointing out everything that we've either done wrong or giving us advice. So I made a checklist so I don't forget a lot of things.
Excellent, because you know I'm not going to remember any of it.
That's right, and I probably will forget as well as we're playing through
Okay, what do you got for us?
So, Eddie Drude, color blindness. I looked it up. I see what they were doing.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of different colors in the game, right? With all the different dice, right?
I'm so sorry.
It's very difficult. And they actually took this into consideration when they made all the dice, but then the actual colors came out differently after production.
Oh, yeah.
Which
There's
is rough.
Always that.
Which is rough. So what they did was every time that the die color is printed on a card, not only did they just show the die, they also printed what the actual color was. For whatever help that's worth, I don't really know. There is talk that they are going to be updating it in a future errata where they're going to be doing something. So there's talks of it, but not much. The actual person who came up with the colors has come out and actually apologized for that.
Okay.
So yeah, maybe when the next Kickstarter comes out, they might do something since they're doing another production run. Maybe they do different colored dice. I've seen some people do an outline, white in the die so you can tell the difference between them. So long story short.
Well, I thank Eddie Drude for bringing it to our attention because we actually don't know anyone that is colorblind.
Right.
So thank you for helping us get started on the research.
There is one thing that you can do, and they have said this, where you put a red disc when you put the discs around the actual bad guys. What you can do is, because it's listed as number 1, people are just putting a white dot or something on the disc. So they're numbered, right? So you do that. I think number 1 and number 6 are very similar.
In the shades.
That's the only thing that's gonna be tough.
Got it.
So
got it.
there you go. Okay.
Number 2.
Countering. Okay. You can counter a counter. You can counter a counter a counter. Just as long you can just keep going. As long as you have the SP to spend for it, or you have the ability that allows you to do it. But you have to make sure that the attack either missed or did no damage. That's really what the key is.
Got it.
Okay?
Okay.
Jumping. Enemies will jump
over the pit.
Up to 2 tiles. The pit can be 2 tiles in length, and they can jump over that. We were doing.
What did we think? 1?
I didn't think it could go over 1 pit in length, but it is up to 2 in length.
Okay.
Luckily, there's no pits in this episode. Rerolls. Everyone's saying you can reroll or reroll. If you have an ability to reroll, you can just keep rerolling it and rerolling dice.
Okay.
If
the consensus is that, we will go with it.
And my biggest mistake is Nightingale's Talisman card. If I actually just read the card, it says, when making an attack or casting a spell, that targets an opponent, I empower. So I roll the black dice every time I attack, every time I cast a spell, which is a good and bad thing. It's more of a risk-reward, because I could do more damage.
Or nothing.
And if it's a spell, I actually take damage if I fail.
Okay, so there's nothing you don't have to tap it.
Don't tap it.
It's
I
there.
always have it. Yep.
Got it.
Okay. That was everything on my list, unless I forgot to put something down.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Let's get started.
Well, there's one more thing I want to mention before jumping in.
Okay.
I want to say, switching gears here, Chris and I have started another video series. Mm-hmm. Okay, we started the other day. Unfortunately, the rule book was so horrendous, we made some major mistakes halfway through our session, and we need to go back and kind of re-record a part.
So you're going to say what it is, or...
It's Comanauts. We're actually doing an episode of Comanauts. We've had it for a while. The rulebook was really weird, and then until we started playing it, did we understand how it worked, and then some of the flaws that we made. But it was actually pretty fun. I'll tell you about it at another point.
So what are you telling everyone today? You're telling them an episode, a series of Comanauts will be in the future of HitPoints Gaming?
Yeah, it probably will be coming
saying?
out. It will probably be coming out the week that you're watching this episode, or else it should have been out already. But we couldn't actually do it. I already told them about Werewolf. They know about Werewolf.
Okay.
There you go. They should see it. So
okay.
That's all of our.
When are you gonna put that out?
Well, they should see the first 3 episodes. There's videos out there. The Werewolf will be coming out this week too. Okay, you happy? We're busy playing Middara.
You don't even remember what it's called. Middara. Let's get started.
All right, let's get started.
Where were we?
We're not gonna show. Oh, where were we? Why don't you tell me where were we? Where are we?
We were done with our second day of training in the school test, and I guess we were gonna be spending another night in the caves.
That's right. Let's do a cozy night, or I think Sleep Tight is the name of this story. And heads up, it's pretty long. This story moment is pretty long. So you're going to listen to that. We're not going to show you our characters because really nothing has changed. We got a few new consumables. We didn't switch anything around. So let's jump into the story, and when we come back, we'll get started.
The little room heated much better than the vast chamber from the night before. And soon enough, they were all toasty around the fire. The conversation was less subdued than it had been the night before. Everyone looked significantly more tired.
I'm not really sure what I'll do when I graduate, Rook was saying. I mean, I couldn't just go back to the farm after spending all this time at the institute.
What? You don't like farming? A little cloud floated around Zeke, mingling with the smoke from the fire. He hadn't put down a cigarette since finishing his meal.
Rook shrugged. Nothing wrong with farming. My parents are good people and they do important work, but...
He paused.
We're not getting older anymore. And I'm no Cincinnatus. I think if I had to stay on a farm for eternity, I'd go insane. My idea of Elysium is a little less pastoral and more actually doing something.
Nightingale chuckled and nodded, even though she had no idea who Cincinnatus was. Well, I've got a suggestion, she grinned, resting one hand on the weapon at her side. When I graduate, I'm going to join the Demiurge. You know, Elenia's special forces. Every day's an adventure after that. Why don't you join too? Her smile widened. I've got a friend who's already in. I'm sure he could put in a good word for you, with the way you fight.
We'll see, Rook said dismissively. My parents are expecting me to help out on the farm.
Farming is so lame, Nightingale said, tossing her legs up onto a nearby rock.
We all have our roles,
Rook said flatly. There were a few moments of silence then, as each waited for the others to speak. Nightingale turned slowly to look at Remy. What about you? What are you going to do with your shiny new citizenship? You're the only one without familial expectations, right? Remy looked away, shifting uncomfortably. I don't really know. They waited, but Remy didn't elaborate. We shouldn't give up adventuring after this. Nightingale tried to look as reassuring as she could. If we're here, we might as well enjoy Middara's advantages. We could live forever exploring ancient ruins, rescuing artifacts of unimaginable power, saving the world. Zeke looked doubtful.
Can't live forever if you get eaten by monsters.
Like that would happen. Nightingale raised her twig-like arms and flexed. Have you seen these guns?
Yeah, we'll see. Zeke rolled his eyes. There's still one more day left in the mast. Plenty of time to find something big and hungry enough. They'd probably have to eat 5 of you to fill up, though.
Or 1 rook, Nightingale smiled. Rest came easier the second night, though Nightingale awoke a little sore from all the walking and fighting. They didn't stay long. Another breakfast of trail rations, and it was back to the cave for their last day of the mast. It was a little annoying how their travel distance each day was restricted, bookended with impassable hallways and convenient campsites. Even less faithful to adventuring was the regular presence of the bellicose cubes. Nightingale doubted very much that she would ever see one in any of Elenia's ruins. She couldn't wait for the next fight, but there was no bellicose cube as they proceeded. Confused, Nightingale glanced around the cavernous chamber. That's strange. Nightingale kept walking forward. I don't see a bellicose cube. You think we're almost done? I was really hoping to fight a couple more monsters before we finished.
That shouldn't be the case, Rook replied. They didn't want any of us to get seriously hurt.
Nightingale skipped further into the darkness. If Rook was right, there had to be another bellicose cube nearby. Behind her, Rook stooped and studied the ruined remains of a silver basin. He scowled and looked back up.
We'd better be careful. It looks like something happened to the cube. I doubt that the proctors would have intended this to happen.
As he said this, Nightingale screamed. Rook spun around to see her being charged by a huge stone monster. It hit Nightingale with a boulder-like fist, sending her sprawling near a treacherous gap in the cavern's floor. The creature advanced on her, threatening to crush her beneath its massive weight. Nightingale held her weapon up in a vain attempt to block it, but it was futile.
Nightingale!
Rook yelled as he darted across the room, his huge frame pounding with desperate fury as he rammed into the creature. He knocked it aside moments before its massive stone arms came down on Nightingale. Rook pulled at Nightingale's shirt, yanking her to her feet as the monster began to rise again.
Run! We can't fight this without a bellicose cube!
Rook turned and the group sprinted into darkness. Eventually they came to a stop, panting heavily and hoping they were safe. "Oh boy," Nightingale said, shaking her hands to wash away the adrenaline coursing through her. "That was exhilarating!" "Exhilarating?" Remy caught up to them nearby, recuperating from the sprint. "You almost got turned into a Nightingale pancake." Nightingale nodded and looked back the way they had run from. "What was that thing anyway?"
I think it was an Earth Loa. It was either not supposed to be here, or perhaps they planned on us having that bellicose cube intact. In either case, we're okay now, Rook grumbled. Nightingale burst out laughing and turned to Rook. "You just saved a princess in distress! So cliché!" "I guess I did," Rook said, smiling. "I'm glad you're all right." "Thanks to you." Nightingale walked up beside him and her hand shook a little as she slapped him on the back. "I should have noticed that wasn't just a pile of rocks." Rook relaxed. "No big deal. That's why you never adventure alone, right?" Nightingale smelled tobacco a few seconds before Zeke stepped up behind her and gave her a look of relief. "Good work. Let's make sure nothing like that happens again, though." Nightingale nodded and the group made their way back into the dark. They continued on for what felt like hours. Nightingale purposely stayed at the front, determined to prove she wasn't afraid, even after the close call with the Earth Loa. Eventually, she heard something strange coming from up ahead. "Hey, I hear voices!" Nightingale couldn't keep her tail from swinging about behind her in excitement as she skipped forward. Remy kept up, her weapon held close. "You think we made it to the end?" Rook's voice came from behind her, sounding matter-of-fact. "Not yet. That isn't how the mast works. Every team has got to go through the Gauntlet, and we haven't seen it yet." "Oh," she blushed, wings drooping as she slowed a little, falling behind the rest of the team. The room was quite large, at least 50 feet across. Other teams milled about in nervous-looking groups, keeping mostly to themselves. Zeke pointed towards the front of the room where a group of uniformed proctors waited by the door. "Let's see what's up," he muttered, striding purposefully towards the front of the room. Some of the other students looked like they'd done worse than their team had. There were lots of little wounds and hasty bandages, but also breaks and untreated gashes and tears. One young man kept himself standing only with the aid of a makeshift splint and walking stick, while another group had one of its members resting between them badly wounded. "Guess we did pretty okay after all," Nightingale found herself thinking, following just behind Zeke. The men standing by the door all nodded respectfully to them. "Lord Zhang, Princess Arson," a spindly proctor with white hair stepped forward to address them. "Glad you made it." "What's going on?" Zeke gestured behind them at the crowd. The proctor lowered his head deferentially. "You've reached the Gauntlet, the last stage of the mast. Each team must survive a game section of the dungeon, so you're sent through one at a time. If you'd like your team moved ahead in the queue..." "No!" Zeke and Nightingale answered together in the same exasperated tone. Zeke was the one who continued, "We'll wait our turn with everyone else." "As you wish, my lord. We'll call for you when it's time." They left without another word, quickly finding Rook through the crowd. "You were right," Zeke grumbled. "It's the Gauntlet." Rook nodded, satisfied. "It was in the study guide." "What exactly is a gauntlet? I guess they don't expect us all to share a glove," Remy asked, chuckling to herself. Nobody laughed, though it was Rook who answered. It's different for every graduating class, so it's hard to be sure. It's the thing they wanted us to be prepared for most, in case some of the groups were really clever or lucky. The Gauntlet is the same for everyone, so every graduate will be ready for,
He shrugged.
whatever. It's usually the hardest part.
After what we've been through? Nightingale gave Remy an encouraging pat. I'm sure it'll be nothing. We've got this. 2 years of lectures, 2 years of weapons practice and learning magic. She looked up as the heavy oak door opened and another team was ushered inside. That's our ticket to the outside world, to citizenship, to the demiurge, she muttered to herself privately. Eventually, the white-haired proctor approached them. If you're ready, he said, his voice as deferential as before. It's time. The crowd was mostly gone, leaving only the most injured groups behind. We're ready, Nightingale answered before any of the others could object. Let's do this!
So, we have a lot of water in front of us, and we are presented with these water loas. All right, so a new character that we have to go up against. They have, just so everyone knows, they have 12 health, 9 defense, 6 movement, no armor. They are not affected by water, meaning they can travel freely, but they can't leave the water space. What's pretty special about them, though, is when they attack somebody, they actually add water terrain to the board of where we're standing. Okay, which could definitely slow us down. So we see that we have 2 of them on the board, and we have 1 totem around the corner here, which, of course, I want to go see what's there. So this is the first part of the Gauntlet.
Chamber 1.
Let's see what we've got.
As you enter the double doors that lead to the Gauntlet, you are surprised to find a serene chamber with a large pool of water inside. The water begins swirling at first, and then it slowly rises and takes shape. It forms into 2 female figures. They stare at you with glowing eyes. After a moment, the monsters scream, summoning balls of glowing water in their hands.
Whoa.
We win when an adventurer ends their turn on the blue exit.
Okay.
In the corner.
Oh, we're gonna
We
beat these things
lose
up.
if everyone is defeated.
Okay. So everyone's defeated. Got it. So we're gonna shuffle the treasure deck.
We have to shuffle the initiative deck.
Yep,
right?
shuffle that up, deal it out. Oh, I remember the one thing that I didn't have on my list. And it's what a lot of people were asking for is the dice specifically. So let's see if I can get that up there. These are all the different dice that are in the game. Really, the only way they can tell what's different is the value that's on them, meaning the white and purple dice. I think the dice that are on the bottom are more focused towards magic things.
Spells?
Sure. And the top is more physical, like and rolling shields. And then, of course, the number. So, like a white die starts with a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whereas a purple die is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So still the same highest number, but the lowest number is 1 lower. So they're like slight differences. So when everyone's like, oh, what die is better? I still don't really know. I guess you want a higher number. But technically, when you roll a 6, you want that value to be the highest.
And you want the enemies to roll lower. The lower ones.
That's true.
Okay, now, do you want to cut it?
No, I trust you. Waterloa. Rook, Zeke, Remy, and Nightingale. All right.
Sorry.
So, see if I can remember the story.
They're going to attack us.
Real quick. The story, I think, wasn't Nightingale talking about this special, group? Like, she wants to graduate and then join this, it sounded like this kind of, team of adventurers to go out. So, I think she's going to try and, get her team members to join. That's going to be the future of Middara once we graduate. That's what I'm guessing. Right?
Yes.
Okay, so Waterloas, they go first.
Sorry.
Surprise, surprise. That's okay, and they can actually reach us. So we're going to start with the red one first. And
take a bunch of damage.
So the first time, as always, I'll go through all of their true and false abilities. So the first one is there a figure with an SOI with an effect?
There is not.
There's not. Okay, so if there was, basically it will remove a buff from one of our characters, and it will also remove a negative effect from one of their allies.
Okay.
And then you would continue down. So it's always going to do that. So we're going to continue down. Is there more than one opponent, Jason? There's not. Okay.
No.
Is there an opponent within SOI?
There's not.
Because again, Sphere's 4, not. Can it move and attack an opponent within range 6? Yes, it can. So move to be at up to range 6 from the nearest opponent, meaning it's going to be as far away as it can, then make a range 6 attack against the opponent with the lowest armor value. So,
Don't we all have the same amount of armor value?
I think we all do. No, armor value? I think you're the only one with armor. Rook.
Oh, the helmet?
Yep. Move to be up to range 6 from the nearest opponent. Well, you are the nearest opponent still.
Right.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then attack is range
6,
6.
right?
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it can actually attack from way back here. 6, because range can be diagonal. 6.
Okay.
All right. So he's attacking you. Move and attack opponent. Oh, then make a range 6 attack. So it rolls 2 purple dice. And what's kind of special about this is every book adds to its roll, not actually its damage, which actually does convert to damage depending on the roll, but it's going to help it to hit. So
Do I have to exhaust this first?
to do what?
When you are dealt damage, reduce physical damage dealt to you by 2?
Question.
No.
Have you been dealt damage yet?
No. Okay, got it.
Right? So your
Cool.
defense again is 9, right? Because we're adding 1 to everything.
9.
Oh,
No,
10.
10.
Okay.
10.
Okay. All right. So I'm rolling 2 dice.
10.
Range attack.
That's...
9. But
Wait, this is the top or the bottom?
top of the bottom.
That dot means what? 6.
That's right.
Oh, so 9.
Yep. But every book adds 1 to the roll. So it's 9, 10, 11, 12. So it hits you for 2 damage. Now you can tap that, right? If you want.
Yeah, but reduce physical damage to 2. I'm only being dealt 2.
2-2?
Yeah, it's not the same as your power.
Oh, okay. So you get hit for 2 damage.
Okay,
That's all.
2 damage.
There you go. Take the 2 damage. Now,
Then what happens?
when the water level affects an opponent with a spell or hits an opponent with an attack, place a water token on the space the target occupies. So it basically just shot out this glob of water. Bloop.
And now it's going to take me 2 to move out.
Yep.
Son of a gun.
Locked us up. So that was the red one. Now the purple one's going to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Same thing.
Okay.
You don't want to dodge or anything, right? Remember, you could always spend 1 to dodge,
Oh. Let's dodge.
right? Yeah. 'Cause they just barely hit you the last time. Okay, good.
2.
So 12.
13.
That's a lot. But it helped you protect some,
It did.
right? So we've got 13, 14, 15, 16. Actually, it's 17.
So I'm going to exhaust this.
Okay. So 5 damage.
It reduces it to 2.
So it just reduces it to 2. It doesn't say by 2, right?
Reduce physical damage dealt to you, by 2.
So you take the 5 damage down to 3 damage.
3 damage. So now I'm at 5 damage.
You got it.
Okay. Well, that's...
Well, guess what? Now it's our turn.
Yeah, and I can't go anywhere. I can only move 5 spaces.
Oh, yeah, that's... Oh, this is actually kind of rough to get down there, huh?
Yeah, right now there is.
And you
So
go
I can
first.
move, but I'm going to heal myself as well.
Heal yourself. Oh, with like a...
Mend, or should I do a potion?
Maybe a drink and pop... I think it's always good... Oh, wait, I think mend... Oh, yeah, no, you can always take mend. It's not going to get rid of it here.
Okay, so how about I do mend, because it doesn't cost anything,
Remove a positive effect. I don't think
and I get my 2 heal tokens.
And these aren't positive effects. Yeah. Alright, so you're popping your heal, your mend. 2 heal tokens.
Okay.
That's free.
And then why don't I use one on myself?
Okay.
Or you were saying use a, let's see, discard at any time. An ally with an SOI with heal 3. Heal 3. Let's just heal myself.
I'll give it a one. Yeah, because it heals 6.
6.
You have 5 damage on you. Why would you pop it? Right?
Yeah. Heal
Yeah.
it. Take it back.
I guess you didn't understand what I just
Oh.
said. If you can heal for 6 and you have 5 damage on you, you're wasting 1 heal.
Okay, so
Unless
I'm gonna drink
you're nervous.
a hyper potion. And I'm going to heal 3
Okay.
and gain 1 SP.
Oh, that's actually pretty good. That's it. Discard it.
Discard.
This is
So-
our first consumable that
I know,
we drank,
ever.
right?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Okay. So now I'm going to move.
Sure. And your movement's 5?
5. So it takes 2 to come out.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, I can't count.
All right.
Okay.
Moving over there. Or do you be the one to go check that?
It's going to take me forever. Wouldn't it be better if she can just
To
fly over there?
Well, I'm saying if she can fly, she might want to go after them. It's going to be tough getting to them, and they're just going to keep backing up.
Well, let's see. If she flies right now,
Mhm.
she's not going to be able to attack.
Because she's missing 1, right?
Yes.
She can spend...
Yeah, so right now I can't get over there and attack them regardless of what I do.
Okay.
So I can definitely get up there, but I would save my
ones
remainder
to do
remaining
your
to dodge.
Okay, I like it.
So it's Zeke's turn.
Okay. Can Zeke actually get there? That's a question.
I don't think
So
so. Either.
you're good with just staying there.
Yes. Who has 7 movement for you?
Nightingale.
So then maybe she's the one that goes.
Well, it's actually Zeke because I can get those free diagonal moves,
Oh.
right? So I'm gonna move no matter what, right? So that's 6 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then enter for 6.
Okay.
Check it out. Short
Here.
sword, move. Short sword, move.
He's gonna get attacked.
I've got this ubiquitous plank to block some damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
Okay.
I'm gonna get up there, so I don't
Do
have
it.
and because I'm gonna get 2 attacks. So I'm gonna use my blade works
Oh.
right now. Free attacks. I get my 2 whites. I'm gonna attack red.
Okay.
Okay. They have 9 defense. Okay. Good
11.
start. That's 11. But here's the thing.
Yeah, nothing else counts for them. No books, no shields, no stars. So it's a straight 11, which is 2 damage.
I'll take it.
It's better than nothing.
2 damage, down to 10. Now I'm gonna spend my 2 SP.
So you're not worried about dodging.
Maybe I should dodge him. There's an opponent adjacent, make an attack against an opponent with most damage, then place a war token on all adjacent. Then move the further. Well, they would both attack me.
You
and
don't
I
have the
am,
most damage though.
Well, it's a range adjacent.
Oh.
So you know what? I think I'm gonna move up there. I did 2 damage. I'm going to stay there and dodge because I'm the best dodger.
Okay.
Let me take the 2 attacks.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
So then either Remy can move up,
Remy's gonna move.
but maybe not get right next to them because right now they're attacking
1, 2,
me.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I like it. And then maybe next turn you fly.
Yes.
Cool. And you're gonna save your points.
Yes, so that's only 1.
Good.
Okay.
Okay. Nightingale. Oh, that 1 water space is in my way. Darn. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, this is good. Because I'm going to try and cast a spell. If successful, deal 2 damage, cast a spell 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm casting my spell down there. And here's the thing. It doesn't say cast anything within SOI or line of sight. I think you're probably going to need to have both. I actually do have both anyway, because I'm 4 away. Okay. I'm going to try and cast my Gore Shot.
Don't forget, empower.
Yep. So, they've got some pretty good defense. So I'm going to have you roll the defense for them. But, I'm making an attack. An attack is different from casting a spell. So I'm casting a spell, my empower is going to work. This is when making an attack. So, I'm going to be casting Gore Shot, so it's costing me 1 SP. I'm using a magic talisman, which upgrades one of my conviction die to white. So I roll a purple, a white, and a black die. So I'm looking for books. Hold on, let me count. I think that was pretty good. 7, what is that? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Good luck. 8. Successful casting that spell.
So that does 2 damage.
2 damage.
Okay.
What was
No, 2 damage is good. No, there's nothing. I just forgot for a second that it was a spell, and no matter how much you get above it, it's just 2 damage.
Exactly. So I'm going to do it again, because I think that worked out pretty well. 10, 11, 12,
13, 14, 15?
13, 14, 15. Am I doing that right? Well, you know what? I don't think I actually did it right.
It's 2 books equals 1 damage.
First, I have to make sure that I hit. The last one I definitely hit, because you rolled an 8. I rolled a... My hit is a 10. My hit is a 10, and then I add the damage, yeah. My hit is a 10.
9.
This is a 9. Cool, I hit. I pass. Oh wait, no, I think it's the other way around. Doesn't matter, it's still successful.
2 damage.
Because again, it's not the difference of how much damage, it's all my dice. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I empower it, I add 3 to the number. I think that's how it works. Yikes. You know, I should have probably... It's weird now that I'm powering it's a little different. But I'm successful both times.
Okay.
I did a lot of damage to it. 6. It's halfway dead.
Right.
Pretty good.
And our turn is over.
Right.
So we each get 3.
Good. Casting these spells.
To come back. And it's now the lowest turn.
Alright.
Is there someone adjacent?
Yes. If there's more than one opponent adjacent... There's not.
There's not.
If there's an opponent within SOI... Oh. I probably should have read this a little bit better.
Okay.
Is there an opponent... is there more than one opponent? No. Okay. Is there an opponent within SOI? Yes. Cast spell 6, prioritizing the opponent with the lowest conviction value.
So we all have to roll conviction?
I have 2 purples here.
I have 2 purples. We all have 2 purples for conviction.
I think I upgrade. Someone has an upgraded conviction.
Yeah, Rook.
And Zeke has 2 whites. I have a white and a purple. So actually, Nightingale and
Remy.
Well, Remy is highest on the list. That's how we go for tiebreaker. So Red is actually going to cast a spell against Remy.
Okay. I am going to tap my shirt.
Deal magic damage equal
to dodge.
2 plus the difference rolled on their fail. Dodging doesn't work on magic.
Oh, and I can't dodge them in water. Right?
You're not in water.
Yes,
you are in water. Doesn't matter. It's a magic spell. It's different than attack.
Okay.
Okay. So, casting a spell 6. So now I'm rolling this. Casting this. So casting is an 11. You know what? I'm going to pause it right here because I want to make sure I'm casting spells correctly. Good, I'm glad I checked. All spells need to be with an SOI. So it's always going to be 4. So last time I was fine. Then what you do is you roll, like when I empowered it, you're counting up the books. So I did it right. But that's it. You don't count any of the other symbols.
Okay.
Those are just really for attacking purposes when you
Okay.
make an attack. Spells are treated differently. And yeah, you can't dodge a spell. Okay. So the water loa rolls a white die for casting. I look at the number 5 and I add it to the strength of the spell here, which is 6. So that's an 11.
Okay.
I don't add any other bonus because the water loa didn't empower this ability. So I know I have an 11. So you need to match an 11 or higher to just
Cancel the
spell. Good way of talking. So now you roll your conviction, which is 2 purple dice.
Okay. Now, is it possible to get an 11?
Yeah, there's
Yes.
6s on there.
And
then
7s.
Easy. Like this.
13.
13.
Done.
Spells blocked.
Blocked.
That's how it works.
Okay.
And then that's it.
Oh! I can't counter because I'm not near them.
Right. You can't counter a spell. Only
Oh.
attacks.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
Yep. Now, an opponent affects him with a spell or hits an opponent with an attack, place a water token on the space of target. But you already have water there.
Well, you didn't hit me either.
You told me.
Next.
Okay. The other water loa. It's doing the same thing. Can it see? You can see Rook. Okay. And I think it's going to attack you over Zeke, even though that we have the
You mean Remy.
Remy. Oh.
You said Rook.
I actually did mean Remy because Purple can't see Remy. Blocked here from line of sight.
Oh, so purple can see Rook.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So going after you.
Okay.
So same thing.
So
So a 12, but you have a better conviction because of your sunglasses.
I do. Now, I have the ability to pass a conviction check.
Automatic.
Automatic, but I'm not going to use that.
Okay.
I don't think.
So you get a purple and a white.
I get a purple and a white. Now.
So white's a little bit better. Instead of a 1, it's a 2 on the
Got
lowest.
it. Okay.
So you need a 12.
8. Nope.
Okay. So deal magic damage equal to 2 plus the difference rolled. So 2, difference 4, that's 6 damage
Well, guess who's using his heal
on himself.
on himself?
And that's it. And then she splashes you with water.
Great.
But that's it. They don't move away or anything.
Okay.
But as soon as 2 people are adjacent to them, that's when they're going to move.
Okay. Can we,
We can.
okay.
I don't actually, what was that?
Flank them? What's the word I'm looking for?
That's exactly it, flank. But in order to flank, you have to be back here. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's the
And I
opposite.
have Remy, who flies.
Good point. Good point. And flying doesn't cause break attacks.
Boom.
Okay. Yeah, I would like that.
Okay, so first, Rook is going to heal himself.
By spending 1 SP,
As he spends 1 SP.
fully heals.
He fully heals, so let's get that away.
Can you get to them? No.
Probably not now that I'm standing in
Check
water.
that totem.
You want me to? How do I get over the red?
You do just walk to the side. You can't get.
So our biggest fighter is gonna go over there.
Yo, I
Again.
don't really know if you're the biggest fighter. You really haven't proven yourself.
I know, because I can't get there with enough time.
Well, go check around the corner or do
Look.
something.
1, 2,
3, 4.
3, 4, 5. Puts me here, right?
1, 2,
3, 4. I have to stay here.
Well, how much SP do you have?
I
Oh,
have
you've got
4.
enough. You could actually get over there.
Yeah. And
Sure.
attack, right?
Yeah, so you go 1, 2, 3, 4. You need 6 to get out. So for 2 SP, you can move here and attack.
Okay.
You'll have 1 attack, right?
I'll get 1 attack.
Okay. Boom. Walking up, you're gonna freaking hit this thing. Bam!
Okay. Warhammers.
And I don't think because I'm just checking out there. People can check me on this. I don't think spells get affected by difficulty in rolling, because if it was an attack, technically this water lily would have shot through one of these two spaces for line of sight purposes, and it would have been more difficult to attack you.
So it's not going to make any sense for me to empower,
I think that's right.
because books and shields don't mean anything.
Don't do anything.
So straight up Warhammer is 2 whites.
Do it.
What can I get on this? 7s. Okay.
Yep. You're looking for a 9.
Looking for a 9 or higher. 9.
9. Okay. 9's a hit, but you can't add any damage to it. Yeah, because none of those things do anything.
That was a waste.
Probably should go check.
I probably should have go to check though.
Because you could have just went that way, and that's okay. That's okay. It's okay. Who's
He
up next?
wanted to do something.
Zeke. Untap everything. Alright. I'm going to get a lot of attacks in. I'm going to use Blade Works first. On the red again. On this one for Eddie Druid.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Did you like how I did that?
I did. 11.
So that is 2 damage.
Slowly chipping away.
Now I'm going to spend 2 SP to attack again.
10.
With 1 damage.
Okay.
And
Better than
then
nothing.
I'm going to attack again, so I have 1 SP left. Now,
Ooh, 5.
I will tap a short sword for a reroll.
You should have re-rolled the 2.
I'm gonna reroll the 2 also with
okay.
my other die.
Okay.
Short sword. 10.
10.
Another die. You're like, only 1 damage? Yeah, that's pretty good. Because guess what?
There's only 2 health left.
2 health left.
Okay, well don't worry, Remy's up now.
So, Remy,
He's gonna fly over there.
I think if Remy goes over and attacks the purple, because Nightingale
He's gonna finish off the red.
can finish off the red.
Okay, so for 2, she's gonna fly over top. Move me, please.
Bam.
Okay, then for another 2, she's going to use her war axe, which is 2 whites. And
That's it.
that is it, but remember she gets to reroll.
Reroll, and you get +1 physical damage.
I get +1 physical.
Alright, just gotta hit that 9. Okay, that's 11.
11.
Technically, so let's do 11. That's 2 damage. +1 is 3. I think you.
I'm not gonna reroll.
Yeah, 3 damage.
Yeah,
Excellent. And that's it.
that is it for Remy.
Okay. Nightingale is up. I'm going to cast a.
Wait a minute, don't I get plus additional?
You do.
That's the
'Cause that
whole
was the
reason?
whole point. That was the whole point.
Okay, how much plus? Plus
So,
additional 3.
You get +1 to your attack roll.
So it was
It
a
was 11. It goes to a 12.
but it goes to a 13 because of mine.
+3 damage.
So we were doing 3 damage and 4 damage.
Becomes 7.
7 damage.
You are a monster.
I'm sorry. Rook, can you go over and check out the thing in the corner?
Huh. That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Wow, that you actually did really good.
You're
And
welcome.
you're spot on tonight. You're paying attention. You're catching all my mistakes.
What can I say?
I'm waiting for a sly remark here.
I have nothing to say.
I'm waiting for a, I do that all day, every day.
I'm gonna.
For those of you out there that don't know this, Andrea and I, we work together, right? Our offices are across the hall.
And we actually play together. We play
Board
games
board
together.
games, yes. Mhm.
And we actually work in the same office.
Can't get enough of her. Can't get enough.
Okay.
Nightingale's up. All right, I'm going to. I already shooting my spell.
You're welcome, by the way. I got him the job. Just like you got me this job on Hit Points Gaming.
That's right.
See? We hook each other
Couldn't
up.
do it without you. What am I doing? I'm casting this spell.
Your girl is supposed to be
goodness.
attacking the remainder
Yeah, look at
of
that.
the red one.
All of these, so that's 9, 15 is the strength of my spell.
I'm sorry, can you tell me why you're counting the books as single? Because it's a spell, not because it's the bottom power of your talisman.
Right,
Okay.
right.
just
That's her
checking.
attacks. Empowering for the spell.
Got it.
9, 6 spell, 15. Your defense is this. Good,
Oh, right.
Good luck
Conviction.
blocking it. This would be 2 damage. This would be enough to kill him.
13.
I did it. Defeated.
That was a pretty good roll on my part, so good thing.
You have not been able to pick one of these yet because you haven't defeated a monster, right?
That's okay.
Okay. I'm gonna pick this one that fell out.
You're so excited. Well, I'm really glad that I didn't have anything to do with picking with it. Can you tell everybody what this means? There's only 3 cards in the loot deck that are not actual loot money.
Out of the 30 cards in this deck,
You just picked.
there's 3 non-gold cards.
Thank you. You said that much more eloquently than I did.
And right now, I can show you one of them. It's called Monster Loot. If you're familiar with Kingdom Death Monster, basically the monster drops specific loot that we get to pick from.
And we never got what we needed from that dung beetle, did we?
That dung beetle. Okay, so I absolutely don't even have the monster loot here.
Okay,
didn't
well,
think-
can't we just pull it at the end?
Well, I think it's actually like an item that like we can use.
Immediately? I thought you would have to spend 1 SP to equip it.
No, when you get an item, you get it right away. So, give me 1 second. I think it's over there. I'll be right back.
Okay, so from what I remember, a monster loot doesn't have to be just the water loa monster loot, correct?
Yes, so because we killed the water loa, we get a water loa loot.
Oh, it is what it... I thought... Wasn't there one where we got to pick from like 3 different types of monsters?
That was a special thing.
That was a special thing. Ignore me. We just get something from the water loa. Hopefully, it's something to make us move through water. And there's only a certain amount of monster loot for each monster, which you will see.
You're doing a great job over there.
I'm trying to vamp here, but not getting too far. So the video game I'm playing is Dragon Quest Builder. Yeah, totally random, I know, but I'm obsessed. Obsessed, and Corey hasn't been able to use the system in weeks now. And I like it because I can actually do everything. I can fight, I can search, build. In other games, I'm usually, Corey, can you come here and kill this monster for me? Or, Corey, can you figure out how to do this challenge for me? But I like it because I can do everything myself. And hopefully it'll be the first game that I 100% get all the trophies for.
Not by yourself, because...
Okay, so you have to get 1 trophy for me.
Yeah, because you have to beat it in a certain time limit, and you take your time.
I enjoy setting up my town. Sorry, it takes a while for a masterpiece to be built.
So,
Water Loa.
the Water Loa actually has 2 specific...
So I should be shuffling for you.
Okay, fine. 2 specific... Don't look at them.
I had to make sure which side was
Doesn't matter.
the good side and which side was the bad side.
Stop. That's the one I want.
In my right hand or left hand?
Your right hand. What do we get? What do we get? We got the Water Loa Relic that does Water Loa Oil. Once per encounter until the end of turn, gain +2 movement, and you do not provoke break attacks.
Oh, they're both Water
Hey,
Loa relics.
I
I didn't look to see what it did.
Always like to spoil things. Okay, so this is a material, whatever, so I can...
so what do you do with you?
I think I can equip it. Oh, it's a relic. I think I could just equip... Who got this? Who killed this? Nightingale.
Nightingale.
So I get to equip this as a relic.
Is your talisman a relic?
No, it's a hand weapon.
Okay.
So I have this now, and something else, it's a material. So because we now have this material, whenever we get to actually the shop, which we haven't created the shop deck or anything, I can now create items because we specifically have this Waterloa oil.
Oh.
Certain things we can't purchase unless we have this.
Oh,
Which is pretty
okay.
cool. And now we have this going forward. I don't have to pull this again. It's not spent on that one item. It's just now we've unlocked those items that require oil.
So it's
From
not
my
a
understanding.
consumable. You're always
Right.
going to have this. We
Sure.
got to check that out, but okay. For now, you
think-
have it.
I don't know. Okay, yes. Hey, we actually got a new item. That's pretty good.
Good job.
Thanks.
That's what we are way luckier at picking loot.
Stop it. That's not true. Okay, so that...
Can we focus on what
Right.
we're doing now? Nightingale. Her turn's over, right?
No.
Oh.
I'm going to move over to that blue over there. So let's spend one movement to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna spend another 2 to go 1, 2. So next turn I'll be able to round that corner
Okay.
and do something.
Okay.
I'm trying to take a peek.
So we'll get 3 back.
Oh yeah, that's the end of the round. 3 back. 3 back. Now the Waterloa is gonna go. Okay, so is there more than one opponent adjacent? Now it actually is correct. Make an attack against the opponent with the most damage. So
We don't have any damage.
no one. So let's have it go on. Oh, it goes in the order. Again, it's Zeke. So it's going to
Okay.
attack me, which is fine. So the attack is 2 purple dice. Now, stars actually heal this thing. Okay,
Don't
good.
worry, I didn't roll any.
Oh, and I probably should have said I wanted to dodge before that. Probably should have. Okay, so 8, and each book is actually +1 to its roll. So it's really a 10. My defense is a 10. So it hits me for 1 damage.
Your defense is a 10.
Yep.
But so that's 0 damage.
It hits me, but doesn't do any damage.
Because that's just what happened before
Right.
with me. So
10,
it's 0
10.
to 10.
10, right, right. So it hits, but does no damage.
Okay. So you can't counter.
I could counter because it did no damage to me. But I'm not going to spend my things to counter.
Okay.
I'll wait for it to have actual attacks because I don't have... All my items are still tapped.
Okay.
Okay, but... Or then, place water tokens on all adjacent spaces. So, this actually, there's some rocks here. So, it gets covered up with water. All these spaces.
Okay, no big deal.
And then it moves to the furthest space possible from any opponent, which I think is going to be. It's probably going to be 1, 2, 3. It's going to be this space down here.
Gotcha.
It moves down there.
It's going to be tricky.
And it doesn't provoke break attacks, or else we would have gotten an attack on it.
Okay.
Okay, but
Now what?
Rook's turn. I don't know what he's doing. Just
Wait, that's a whole turn?
that's it.
Oh.
Yeah, we're up. We're gonna pass this test. Yeah, I know. You're like, Rook, why are you even a character?
No, I'm not going to say that.
Okay.
But, yeah, I can't get anywhere. I only have 3. So do I just kind of move up in case something bad from the totem happens?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to spend 1.
So you get 5 points, right? So it's 1, 2.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and then you can move 1 more space. 4, 5. Okay.
Okay.
I like it. Zeke is up. Zeke is going to... move, so that's 5. 1, 2... 1, 2... 3... Oh. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. I gotta spend an extra 1 to move here.
Okay. Now remember, Remy can actually fly and get 1 attack in this round.
Okay.
How much health does it have left?
It has
5?
5 left.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to now do my dance, my diagonal dance, because of my sword.
Okay.
Tap my other short sword to diagonal dance back over here.
Okay.
And free attack with Blade Works.
Okay.
You're like, wow, you're pretty amazing, Zeke. You can move around and you do a lot of damage.
12.
I know I do.
3.
3 damage.
Okay.
Good, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Amazing.
Do it up, Remy.
Okay.
Finish this.
2 to fly over there, and 2 to attack.
Over here.
Put me
I don't
behind
think
her?
That doesn't. Yeah, we can't see this just yet.
Okay.
And 2 to attack. Okay, let's do it. You can finish them right here. Oh my.
Done. 14.
Yeah, 14. That's 5, 6 damage.
Guess who gets to pick her first treasure?
You do. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm gonna go from the middle.
Get that other.
8.
Oh, great. I think that's the highest, right?
I don't know.
Pretty sure it is.
Okay.
Okay, so that's it for the water Lois. And
No, so Nightingale has to go.
yep, Nightingale still gets to
Okay.
go. So I'm going to spend the 1 to move. So I have 7 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Best part of the game.
The blue totem. Line of sight.
It's probably on the other page.
It's probably on the other page. You're correct. Blue totem.
Yeah.
As you peek around the corner, you see a chest. Place a blue loot token on the west side of this totem.
Aside.
That's the good news. Do you want the bad news?
The bad news is I can't find the loot. You know what? I bet the bad news is there's got to be some cave sickles. There's got to be other monsters here, right?
How did you read this?
No, of course I didn't.
Well, first put it on the west side.
Right? Bam.
Okay. Unfortunately, your joy is cut short as you hear clicking and chattering from the far side of the cave. Spawn 2 cave sickles on any unoccupied space on the east side of tile UM15. It's this one.
East side?
Yeah.
All right, let's go back and do some. 2 cave sickles?
2 cave sickles. Then there's like this special defenses and empowering tip. Some monsters have special defenses that make hurting them even more difficult. For example, the water loas have the arcane ability. This ability reduces the damage a player deals to the amount of specific symbols rolled during an attack action. Oh yeah, this is because...
For things.
Uh-huh.
It's just helping us out.
Got it.
It's just helping us out.
Okay.
All right.
So,
this is going to be the cave sickles. Anywhere else? Well, I guess let's make
an
them.
occupied space on the east side.
Yeah, let's make them.
Again, Rook is going in the wrong direction.
All right, cave sickles are coming out now. I figured there would be more people that we would have to fight rather than just the 2. So.
Do you have their card? Initiative card?
Oh, cave sickles 1 to 3. Well, it doesn't matter. Nightingale was the last one to go, so
They go now.
cave sickles are going to go after. But I still have some more movement. So I'm going to, that's not water down there, right? I was here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to open that chest.
Inside of the small box, you find 2 random consumables. In addition, stuck to the bottom is a large coin. The proctor will be interested in this. Gain 5 bonus points.
Excellent. 2 consumables. Shuffle it up. I'm just going to take the top 2 right now. What do we get? MF potion and an arrow, which I'm going to put back. Okay, good. Vitality. We can carry 2 things in our bag, so these are going to go directly into my backpack. So I'm full on items over here. All right, so that goes away. It gave us 5 points to our score. Okay. All right. I still have 2 more whatchamadoos.
Yeah, but you can't move anymore.
Great. I don't want to move anymore. You're right.
Can you cast a spell from that far?
No. SOI 4.
Got it.
Okay. So now the cavesicles go. Okay. We're just going to destroy these cavesicles. Okay.
There's not an opponent adjacent.
No opponent adjacent. Is there an opponent within range 4? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Who is it?
Rook.
That's Rook. That's right. Making
I should have just stayed where I was.
That's right. Make a range attack. So they are next to each other, so they get upgraded to this. Your defense.
Oh, I can dodge.
Your defense is a 10. You want to do it?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Dodge.
Just dodge it up. Start it up. So your defense is 14 versus an 11. Miss. Then move to be adjacent to the opponent with the most damage within movement range.
That's me.
Then move to be adjacent to the opponent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's trying to get over to you.
Okay.
And now the other guy, not within range 4. So can it move and attack opponent within range 4? It can. 1, 2. Now it's going to attack you. Same thing.
I'm going to dodge it.
Okay.
Oh, right. Oh, boy. That's not my roll. 3.
13.
13.
So it hits you.
But for 0 damage.
But now every shield is +1. So it does 2 damage.
Okay.
And you could tap your armor to reduce it by 2.
How much damage was it? Oh, so it would be 0. Oh, so that's what I should have done the first time. I misread the card.
She's smart. Boom. And then this one doesn't move anymore. So now, that's it. End of the round. Okay. Click, click. We're not graded on time here, so there's nothing left besides killing these 2 cavesicles and ending.
So
unless you wanted to end right now, but we get 2 points for every monster defeated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hammer.
I can go over there.
Right? You can do something, Rook.
Yeah, so I can move and attack for
1,
all
2,
3 of my points.
3, 4, 5.
2 whites. Now I'm going to empower.
Do it. Do it. 8 defense. Okay. So this adds 1. So that's a 12 versus an 8. That's 4 damage, and then your symbols here.
So every 2 shields is a physical damage.
5. Anything for the books?
Nothing for the books.
Okay, so 5 damage.
Okay.
You almost one-shot this thing.
I know. Yeah. Only I get something for the stars.
Got it. Okay, and you don't have any more doohickeys?
No.
Okay. Zeke. Game over. Game over time. Zeke's gonna attack and move. I think I'm gonna go after the purple guy.
Okay.
So I'm going to actually take that move back. I'm going to stance dance, so both my short swords have been tapped. Now spend my movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I gotta spend another one. Okay. So I've got 2 attacks coming in at this guy. So blade works first. Versus an 8. That is 11, 12, 13. 13 minus 8 is
5. It has 6 health. What are you doing?
I just want to see.
It's a good thing I'm paying attention.
So it's got 1 health left.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I'll attack again. Just need a 9.
You got cocky on that. You better re-roll.
I can't. I tapped all my swords.
You got super cocky on that.
I just thought I nailed math, but I didn't. I failed.
And Remy's not going to be able to get over there.
Why, she can't fly?
No, she only has 3.
Well, looks like we're going to be tanking.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, just
Move. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's fine. Because we're going to probably need her just to go hit the exit next turn.
Oh, well then why don't I just move to the exit?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fine.
Done.
Fine.
Okay.
Nightingale.
Nightingale.
I'm just going to use the water oil Loa just because.
To do what?
I get +2 movement.
Oh.
Right? And
Okay.
I'm going to move. So I have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's it. She wants to join in on the fun.
Okay.
Cave Sickles. Red against Rook. Opponent Jason. Yes. Is going to be attacking you. This is their special attack where if they hit and do damage, they follow up and attack again, and then follow up and attack again. Oh, but you don't have anything to dodge, so what am I... So you have a 10, right? Miss. You don't have anything to counter, do you? No,
I don't.
Automatic.
No.
Okay. That's fine. And now, against Zeke, I'm going to have you roll. I am going to dodge this one. 13 is what you're looking for. 8. Nope. Do I have anything to counter automatically? I don't.
Okay.
Okay.
So now it's our turn?
Yep.
Okay, so 3.
I think this is it.
3. Yeah.
I think,
So Rook goes first.
yep.
He's back. He's gonna tap.
You're gonna tower? You only need to do 1 damage,
No,
right?
so I'm not gonna risk it because what if I fail?
Right. Nine.
To an 8.
Dead.
Okay, so I have 1 point left.
Why don't you just heal
Heal
yourself?
myself
just in
to
case.
full.
Yep.
Got it.
Okay. Then Zeke. Just gonna untap everything. And I'll start with Blade Works. I'm just looking for a 9 here.
8.
I will tap a short sword to reroll my 2. I will reroll a reroll. There we go. Tons of damage. Defeated.
Okay.
Give me a
And Remy moves to the exit.
7.
7. Remy moves to the exit.
And yeah, Remy moves the exit.
Okay.
Ace in this test.
We win, and our reward is none. We continue to the Gauntlet, Chamber 2, page 18. So I guess we're going to add up our grade,
Okay.
right?
So
for each combatant killed is 2 points.
2, 4, 6, 8,
And plus the 5
13. To our original score.
of 44. Right?
That's
Yes.
right.
So that is 57 total points.
That's right. I like it.
And we now have, we earned how much gold? 15 gold?
15 gold, yep.
Okay.
I get, if you can shuffle this in the meantime, I get 1 random consumable because of my utility core. And what page are we going to do? 18?
Yeah.
Let's just see if there's any special story. No? Okay.
So there's no
audio after this or even in the beginning of the next section.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't want to actually look and see. I'll just pull this one. Cool. Good. That helps because we actually spent some. Yeah, it's going to go right to the Gauntlet Chamber 2, which
is even bigger.
There's 6 tiles. So it's going to be the biggest match that we've done so far. And yeah, so I'm going to leave it up to you first. Your final words of this.
I'm nervous because to me I feel like the school test is making it easy on us.
I think it's pretty easy right now.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty easy. I guess you could get...
You can absolutely get one-shotted.
Definitely could take all of... Like, 2 hits could kill you.
Maybe not one-shotted.
2 hits
could kill
you.
In a monster's turn.
If they roll correctly.
Yeah, and you have nothing to dodge it, you're toast.
But because we can kind of foresee what their powers are going to be, and if we keep your dodge, I think we're doing well going into it. I'm glad that we got some monster loot out of this. I'd be interested to see what we can craft from this. So I'll have to read, of course, when we get to the section and understand the materials. But if anyone is there already and can explain maybe the rules of the monster material and how we can craft at the end, that would be definitely helpful. We used some consumables, but we also gained some consumables. Mm-hmm. Again, pretty simple. We got to play against a new monster.
Mm-hmm.
I think the wolf, not the wolf, but the Gavaudin has actually been the hardest that we fought.
Yes, absolutely.
Right, because their defense is pretty high. Even though we couldn't use the symbols here, we did pretty well with actually rolling. Remy did really good on her hit. I see why spell is, again, pretty powerful. Mm-hmm. So I think that worked out really well. Yeah, this continued the story along. There was a pretty long story moment in the beginning as you listened to. And now there's no story going to the next section, but it seems like that's going to be, because the Gauntlet we heard is basically the final exam. So we're going to have one more Gauntlet episode. That's probably going to mark the end of our school test.
Yeah.
And then we'll see
what real life is like.
Yeah, once we
Middara.
gain citizenship is what it's saying. Mm-hmm. Then I guess we really become a Middarian. So, as always, thanks a lot for watching. Definitely hit us with that thumbs up, and we'll continue doing these episodes. Be on the lookout for our Comanauts playthrough
soon. Yep.
And yeah, definitely thanks a lot for everyone leaving their comments. I love listening and conversing with everybody. And we will see you next week.